So, Henry, welcome to Startup Grind, and thank you for bringing us here, for coming to this event.
Well, Henry, thank you for inviting me. Good to have a brother.
Guess what? I just sent him a tweet. Like, Henry, we are thinking of bringing you to our event. And I was like, sure, when is it happening? We just told him, he was like, yeah, I'm in. So he's the first speaker I never got to send any formal invitation later and all of that. So we really like that. I appreciate that. So how's it been? How's it going?
I'm good, man. I can't complain.
Yeah.
It's a nice weather.
Yeah.
You know, it's a beautiful view.
Yeah.
I'm good.
So let's take it down like super deep. So what was it like growing up? What was it during the time when you were growing up? We don't know the year and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm not going to spoil it. Most of the stories are on the book. But growing up, I mean, I grew up in Burundi. So I was born in Kenya, but we immediately went to Burundi. So a little bit of background, like a lot of Rwandese, my parents were refugees in Burundi. I didn't find out they were refugees till I was a teenager. But life was good, man. I mean, we were more middle class. I mean, they were there for a long time, so they were well established. I went to private school in Burundi, École Française au Bujumbura. So I can't complain. I was kind of a troublemaker, let me put it this way. I'm not going to say it.
So what was it like when you were in school? Did you know you were going to be an entrepreneur? Like like the question is, how did you know the career part that you wanted to go through?
No, I found out my career path until I got to the States. But school was not for me. Let me put it this way. It took me, I finished high school. So I failed my last year of high, we call it the back. I failed it. I had to repeat. Then I thought that was it. And I remember my mom said, okay, now you got to go to college. I was like, college? No, I don't want to go to college. I want to make money. So I always had the knack for selling stuff and all, but business was never the topic in my family. It was about school. You know, it's all African families. Education. But it's when I got to the States and I got introduced to business. My first business was actually, I was a door-to-door salesman. I was selling water filtration system door to door. Remember, English was not my first language.
In the U.S. or
in the U.S., in Georgia, in Stone Mountain. I'm not going to explain that.
You can explain, it doesn't worry.
I mean, it's in the countryside. You guys know the States. It's in the South. And this African guy knocking on doors trying to sell water filtration system. It was not a good picture. Let me put it this way. It didn't last long. But I learned a lot. And I did all those different small jobs. But I was hooked, man. I was hooked. And because the math made sense. You sell, you get a profit, you get a job, you get a salary, and it increases if you get lucky. It was basic, man.
So what was the mindset when you, before you moved to the US to go study computer science? What was it like around in Rwanda at that time?
Well, I only came to Rwanda once in '96 before. And I lasted 2 weeks before I went to the States. But let me find the question. My mindset was culture shock. I'm going to a country that I don't necessarily know. I have to learn the language. I had to learn the culture. Of course, my mindset was America was a dream, right? We all dreamed, at least in my generation, the dream was to get out of the region. The region was fighting everywhere. Burundi was at war, Rwanda just ended the war, Congo was fighting. So the dream of all of us was getting out of the region. I remember clearly getting on the plane and telling myself, I'll never come back to this region. That was my mindset then. So it obviously shifted, but and then I got to the States, and I'm being truthful. I got to the airport. It was like a dream. It was in D.C. The airport was bigger than some cities I've been to. So, it was everything I wanted. But the dream really ended really quickly because America was the hardest country I ever lived in. Hardest by far. I've lived in a lot of different countries. America is the hardest country.
Okay, so like when you started studying, what was it? What was fascinating for you studying computer science? And we are going to go forward. Like now, I don't know. Are you practicing what you studied, or you just abandoned?
Like I said, school was not for me. Yeah, it took me 7 years to do a 4-year degree. Then my mom, she was pissed off. She had to pay for the bill. So, school was not for me. And I wish I was not born, but I was in my 20s during this time. Because now you can do entrepreneurship, you can do specialized studies, you can learn a craft. They have really segmented the marketplace. Before it was college, 4 years, and that was it. And if you're not doing good in school, you label as a loser. You know, if you want to be an entrepreneur back then, you label as a loser. Now entrepreneurship is the coolest thing. You know, when I told my mom I wanted to be an entrepreneur, she hung up on me. And so this guy is nice. She thought I was losing. You know, she was get a good job. So I was very good at math. That was it. Good at math and sport. That was the only thing. Everything else was zero. So computer was booming back then. One of my best friends was doing computer science. Of course, I didn't do research, find out what it was. I was like, all right, let's do it. Let me do that. And that's how I did it. There was no deep thought behind it. There was no research. And that's what I did. But I never worked in my field.
So tell us about your first company. I know you have a series of companies, so tell us about your first company and what was it like then? Why did you stop doing it? Do you still have the company running?
No. I mean, the company, so I've done, like I said, I've done business since so I got to the state at 19, 21 I already was doing some small business. It was sales job, it was kind of a small business. But I kept failing. I remember when cell phone came out, I was in that business also. I didn't do good, but you know, the business that changed my life was a company called Equinox International. They don't exist anymore. But they had a training program on top of the business, and they were doing green, at that time, right? It was back then, they were doing a green product, or environmental product. But they had a training program that I did, and it opened my eyes. I mean, it changed my whole game about business. And then I remember one of the goals they tell you to read this book called Think and Grow Rich. That also shifted my mindset. And it opened my eyes, and that's when. But my first successful business was in transportation. So I had a trucking company from 2006 to 2012 before I moved here, back to Africa. In trucking. So I was running 10, 18 wheelers, and I was doing 50 states. I was doing produce, regular goods, and that business was my validation to myself, to my family. Because remember, every time I failed, my mom had to bail me out. So you know, it was not a pretty picture. So that was a validation, but especially for me. You know, when you start a business, you don't know what you're doing, your confidence level is low, you're not sure if you're moving in the right direction. You need that validation. You need that win, or it's going to be very difficult for you to sustain it. And I needed that win. I remember telling myself, if I don't succeed in this business, I think I'm out. And that's how close it is.
Yes, you need validation. So remember to keep your questions, and I will soon open up for questions to ask. So, when did you decide to start ARED? What was the thought process? What made you feel that ARED was going to be a hit or something?
No, you never know when the companies are hit. But so ARED was born out of I got in my life. So my business was successful. I was making money, but I was not happy. Right? I was doing something purely for financial gain, for profit, and it was not fulfilling as a business. It got so bad that my health was getting affected because I was stressing so much. So for those who don't know, trucking is a highly stressful business. You know, you have truck drivers that are carrying loads, Some of them were, you hear all kind of crazy stories on drugs. I'm not going to spend time telling you the stories, but maybe if we have time, I'll share. But so I got to a crossroad in my life and asking myself, what's the meaning of life? It's not, it can't be just about money. It has to be about something else. And that's how ARED was born. So ARED was born out of a problem I was having when I was coming on vacation in Burundi of charging my phone. That was the initial idea, right? I had to carry my charger everywhere with me. I had to ask people at the bar and all to charge my phone. So I was like, it would be cool to have a kiosk where you can charge your phone and you pay a small amount to an agent. And then that was the initial idea. Of course, when you spend a long time outside Africa, you tend to get disconnected to the reality of it. So I was very disconnected, but I found out later when I moved. But that was the initial idea. I wanted to do something that would be impactful, that would be sustainable as a business, but impactful. And I love solving problems. That's really where my strength is. And I was like, unemployment is a big problem. Energy, at that time, we were an energy company, it's a big problem. How can I combine the two and build a business around it? And that's how it started. And I remember sketching the product on a piece of paper on my office. I used to work from home. And just like that, all my businesses, I don't do research. It's bad I do it. I don't spend time, I just jump. When I have an idea, I got it. Because if you let your mind long enough, you'll create your own depths. And then you're going to, kill your idea before you get started. So I like to get started, put myself in a situation where I have to move forward. So it took 3 months of researching if the product was already existing. I couldn't find anything like that, so I developed. And that's how the journey started.
Before you go into the full details about more personal, how did you come up with the name ARED? What was the mindset? Because I know if you're founding a company or a business, one of the most difficult things is getting a name.
Right, it's going to be disappointing.
Yes,
it's going to be very disappointing. I wanted to combine the word Africa, renewable, energy distributor. And that's how it is. There was no deep thought behind that, no research. Again, I'm so practical. I don't like to waste time on small stuff because that's not what's building the business. Yes, you can talk about brand and all. But business is about, generating revenue. Yep. That's what I think.
Yep. So, walk us through what was it like in the first days of ARED? It was just you and your idea, no employee, no one, just you. So, what was it like then? How did you attract your first employee or maybe co-founder or maybe investor or something like that? Sure. Yeah.
Briefly, so I developed a product. I hired an engineer from Poland, my first engineer. Found him on a website called Freelance. At that time, they changed to Upwork now. So, and then it took 3 years to develop the first prototype. As soon as the prototype was done, I shifted to Rwanda, moved to Rwanda, bought a one-way ticket, sold everything I had, moved with my savings. But mistake number one, the business plan I had designed, in 3 months realized that was not going to work. So again, I thought I was going to make $1 per charge per phone. I was working in Yabubu on the kiosk myself. Found that was 10 cents. Boom. Business model out the window. Need to get back on the design of this. And then the second mistakes I made, I was very naive how hardware development it costs. Man, it's extremely expensive. Now I know why there's not that many people in hardware. I thought it was just about designing and then putting some stuff together. Yeah. Then you gotta design, you gotta test, you gotta fix whatever flaws. It's extremely expensive. So all my savings was gone in a year and a half. And I was time to reality check. But again, when you've been in the trenches, those at that time ARED was not as difficult. So I started applying for competitions. So I became so good with winning a lot of competition. That's how I funded for the first 3 years of the company. And then we brought investors after our 4th year in business.
And so, one of the hardest things to do is also getting employees. Sometimes you don't know, there's this conversation about does the employee fit into your culture, or would you hire the right person with the right skill, or do you want to bring someone with that can learn on the go and follow you? So walk us through, how did you get your first guys, and how do you even recruit, like from the beginning?
My first guy I met in Nyakarundi, he was our technician, fixing kiosks. My kiosk was not working. He was standing there, he saw I was struggling. He came to me, we struck conversation. He was a technician, I hired him on the spot. That was the first guy. I don't remember all my hire, but my philosophy in hiring, this culture thing and all, I'm not saying it's a bad or good thing, just not my cup of tea. My thing is, are we focusing on the same vision? All right? Are you a problem-solving person? All right? Are you resourceful? That's the biggest problem I find for them. Are you resourceful? You know, because everybody, I always tell my guys, and they'll tell you, I didn't hire you to tell me about the problem. I can do that myself. I hire you to solve the specific problem. And if you can't solve it, then you know, that's not it. And the businessman, entrepreneurship is about problem solving. That's all it is. Every day you solve a problem. Whether it's making money, raising capital, trying to open a new market, whatever the case that is, every day you solve a problem. And that's the problem in the mindset. The youth, and I don't want to go off board, but a lot of times we start, and I did the same mistake. When I started, it was about, we were having this conversation. Oh, I'm going to register my business today. I'm going to develop the solution in 6 months. Man, like December, I'm a rich man. Oh my God. Whew.
But not true.
Oh man, not only it's not true.
This is very valid, because that's why we are doing this, so that you can learn from people that have done it before. So it's not just imagining or dreaming that you're going to be successful, but you need to put work to it. So Henri, what was it like when you made your first profit, or maybe let's say revenue?
Well, we're not profitable yet at ARED. So hardware takes about 10 to 15 years before you become profitable. 10 to 15 years. So we have some time to go. And that's,
how many years are you in now?
6. Okay. And that's, it took 4.5 years just to develop the technology. And we still not fully done. And that's 10 to 15 years in markets in the West and all these things. So we don't even have the data for Africa. So, but I knew going in it's going to be a long term. But for my previous business, then my first profit was like, it was like, wow. You know, what I learned is business, entrepreneurship is a formula. It's a formula. When you get the formula, it's about duplicating that formula for a period of time. Until that formula doesn't work, and then you find the right formula again. That's all it is. You got to tweak, pivot, change, test, blah, blah, blah. That's all you got to do, until you get the right formula. That's what I mean.
So, like, for the benefit of those people that don't understand what ARED is, can you give, just explain what you do and everything down there?
So I'll talk about ARED now. We started with ARED solar kiosk for charging. What we are now, we distribute digital services and offline online connectivity solution for low-income areas, semi-urban and urban areas. So our kiosk basically is a one-stop shop. You can charge your phone, you can connect Wi-Fi, you can buy digital services, and we're about to do tax collection, you can pay taxes. So we're the first company that built a one-stop shop platform for digital services and connectivity.
The question I was thinking is, why did you decide that your market is going to be the rural area? And don't you see opportunity in, like, for instance, the airport have your kiosk, like this building have your kiosk or something like this?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we recently pivoted to that. Okay? So before we were focusing on the kiosk as a problem. And the kiosk does not really work in urban setting. But we recently pivoted because we discovered that it's very difficult to build a sustainable model, strictly depending on low-income areas. So we had to pivot and look at what other areas of our technology we can use So what we've learned is you can maximize your revenue in urban settings and reach them in rural areas. But remember, I didn't start this business to make money. I wanted to solve the problem. If you look at rural areas in Africa, the distribution of digital services is highly fragmented. A person that buys airtime needs to go somewhere else to get government services. Needs to go somewhere else to get mobile money. So what we're trying to do is save time to people and combine all the services into one. So it's a real problem. And that's how it started, and that's what we wanted to solve. Now we understand that ecosystem. We pretty much have it locked on the technology. Now we're trying to reach to other markets to build a sustainable business.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you some questions about funding. I know funding the hardware company is super stressful. So why did you go the route of crowdfunding? What did you learn from that process?
No, we got equity investors.
I know now you got equity investors. Even before crowdfunding.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So our biggest shareholder is called Grind Kigali. They were here actually a few months ago. So when you have a support like this, they give you the idea, not you. Because that's not really. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you guys. I hate raising capital. It's the worst. It's like building a business, pretty much. That's how much time and effort.
How long did it take you to?
No, the crowd investing actually is crowd investing. Crowdfunding to give money and
then you just give them
it's a return. That's an interest rate. It took 5 months. It was very quick. And the BetterVest, I highly recommend if when you have a solar product. It's called BetterVest. It's a German platform. And you don't have to do any promotion or anything. They have their own funders, people that give money. But to be honest, crowd investing is the future. I'm shocked to see that we haven't developed that ecosystem.
That's the first stage of the chat. Any question here from the crowd, from the audience? Yes.
Whereabouts do you manufacture your products?
Now in Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Yeah.
You guys manufacture it in Africa or Rwanda?
It's too expensive. And then what happened? Some of the components. So I'll give you an example. So the solar panel will use laminated technology. You can only find that in China and Germany, in Europe. So you still have to import, and it was too expensive. We tried Rwanda, we tried Uganda, we tried Dubai. Just too expensive. And the problem in Africa is also they want volume. If you go in Asia, they're willing to work with small orders, medium-sized orders. Here, they don't deal with you unless it's a big order. So there was too many challenges.
How about assembly if you're a manufacturer?
So we do the assembly here.
Okay.
Yeah. And just to answer, that's also a challenge. That also the Rwandan government is trying to solve, but we're not there yet. So the cost is cheaper for me to bring a finished product than it is for me to bring components. And it's crazy. It's crazy.
Question? No? So amazing. Anyway, okay, yeah.
Actually, just about this topic, could you maybe elaborate a bit on the assembly? So how does it work here and so on? This would be interesting.
So we outsource also. We work with a team that, so when we have an order, for example, the company will have technician come. We have a manual on the product, so we give them the manual and they assemble. So it takes about 15 to 20 minutes per kiosk. It's very, very simple stuff, but we outsource. I'm a big fan of outsourcing. It keeps my OPEX really low and minimize my risk of closing down. But yeah, we outsource.
And what are your revenue streams like? How do you get the
That's
cash?
a good question. So we get revenue on digital services. So as I mentioned, we sell renewable, airtime, mobile money, so we get a commission out of all those services. Then we sell also connectivity to Wi-Fi. But also on our Wi-Fi system, we sell ad. One of our biggest revenue right now is data connection and serving. So company pay us to keep serving our platform. So just to give you guys a little bit of, we have an online, offline system on our Wi-Fi platform. So people are able to interact with our Wi-Fi system without having data on their phone. So we believe that there's a huge market for offline technology. And lastly, we charge a small fee to our micro franchisee that operate a kiosk, which is about $1.50 a month.
Thanks.
How have you seen the lives of the guys you have been working with in the past 6 years? Has it transformed, or do you feel motivated to keep doing what you're doing?
Yeah. I got stories for that too. So now we focus on women and people with disabilities. We used to take anyone and everyone who was interested in working on the kiosk. That was a bad idea. We used to have it for free. That was a bad idea. We used to have young guys. The worst were the guys between 18 and 25. You know, guys. What I've learned also when you do a project like this, when you bring a solution, you also have to have a training program to shift the mindset. That's something I learned doing this project. So we have guys when they start making money, and then they start getting drunk. That was more than you had another guy. He had a women issue. He stopped being a lot of girlfriends, so they start complaining at the kiosk. Anyways, I got stories, but now women perform much better than men on the kiosk. They're more mature, especially women with kids. So we've learned we only work with people who are at 25 and above. We have a training program now. We use IoT technology to monitor the kiosk and the agent. So, for example, we have motion sensor on the kiosk. We know if they're working or not. We have GPS sensor. So every problem we've had, we try to look for some technology to solve. So it's been a journey.
You want to ask a question?
Yeah, how expensive is one of your kiosk?
The kiosk is not expensive. The development was, but the kiosk right now costs us $1,300, $1,300.
What's the distribution rate like in Rwanda? I know you are distributing a lot of the kiosks in the rural area.
No, we're focusing now. We have some, if you guys want to see, CHK, Shiriki bus stops, another new bus stops we have in Kichukio. But we stopped bringing kiosks in. So Kigali is changing laws, making it difficult now to have kiosk business. We're trying to ban it actually. The good thing about us is our kiosk is mobile, so there is no infrastructure to be built. That helped us a lot. But we focus, like I said, we segmented the market, right? Rural area, semi-urban area, we use a kiosk. Urban area, we just use our Wi-Fi system.
So in building here, like what is the biggest challenge you face now? What's the biggest challenge you're facing now? Was there any time where you felt like, you know what, I'm not doing this stuff anymore? I want to change and do
Every day. Every day I want to stop. Now I got two young kids. Man, you know when you do that, you don't have a lot of responsibility. It's fun and all, but when you got kids, you got to think about. I love the hustle. I really do. I'm passionate about the hustle. I love solving problems. But the challenges are many, man. Finding talent in software development is a big challenge. We do a lot of embedded systems. I've yet to find. Thank God we outsource a lot, but still, we need a CTO. We haven't yet to find locally. We're looking at in Kenya and all. Taxes. Tax is a big issue also. One thing that blew my mind, you pay the same living tax at a big company. So you can't compete. The demand is so high for engineers. Of course, the guys don't do with MTN, because they have more money to spend. So that needs to be reviewed. I think we need to change our tax law when it comes to labor taxes. But one of the biggest challenges we have now is expansion. So we started in Uganda a year ago, and man, expansion is no joke. It's crossing kiosks from the border. We talk about this in South Africa. Yep. It's great on paper, but the reality is totally different. You still have to pay double taxes. So taxes here. Kenyan gets there, got to pay taxes, crossing. In some countries you get corruption. Then every country you go, because we're about to start in Ivory Coast. But this time we have a partner. But still, expansion. You definitely need to to think or if you're planning to expand. Again, it's hardware product, so it's a my rule now is no more. Don't physically expand to another country. Work with a partner. It's hard. It's very difficult to do, but it will minimize your costs dramatically. Now I understand why costs go so up, because you got to do the same thing as you do in a country of operation. You got to get a lawyer, an account, and all. And you would think we got as a similar laws now, and it's so different, So and then you have to manage that team. So now we do license the technology.
Cool. So, in building your company super hard. To be honest, like anytime I see a hardware entrepreneur, I take out my heart and say, well, no. So, but for you to be able to have the capacity to run that kind of company, you need to have like a source of energy or where you're going to renew your energy. So, what keeps you going? What are the things that behind the scenes that you do that keeps you going every day?
It depends. I mean, if you're passionate about something, you drive yourself, right? When I'm stressed, I'm down, I'm pissed off, I go to sleep. I wake up and I'm fresh again, I go back to fight. So, it's, when you do something long enough, it becomes second nature, right? 10 years ago, I would have told you, man, I may need counseling, I may need to talk to someone, Now I'm accustomed to this stress. I'm accustomed that it's going to be hard. I already programmed my brain, this is going to be a hard journey. I always tell people, entrepreneurship is 70% mindset. If your mind is weak, most likely you will not make it. You need to prepare yourself that this is going to be a tough journey. If you prepare yourself, you're already halfway there. Because every day you know it's not going to be easy. So when you know it's not going to be easy, you work even hard. But when you know it's easy, you say, all I have to do is ABC and then I'm going to make money. So that's the problem with the young entrepreneurs. Their mindset is we need to recalibrate their mindset. And that's what I try to do.
Okay. Yes, Sandra.
Hello. I've been following you on Twitter.
Oh.
And I noticed that you always have like short videos that you post about what you're doing. I wanted to know how did that start? Or
Good question.
yeah.
So that's a very interesting question. It started by accident. Right? So I came to Rwanda, right? I was pitching. I was doing all the pitches, doing all the competition and all those things. And the first time I spoke to at the University of Kigali, that was my first talk. And the kids were like, why you came back here? Why are you coming back from the States to Rwanda? Like, for them, it didn't make sense. And then when we were talking and all, I understood. I kind of understood that they were not aware of what it takes to be an entrepreneur. So I was like, man, I need to do something. So I started really randomly, small vlogs here and there and all those things. But then people started picking up on it and said, man, we need more, and that's how it started. So it was really bad.
It's really good, by the way. What you do
Thanks,
is
man. I'm working hard on this too, man. I hope you guys appreciate the content.
I wish everyone out there can share as much as you can, because one of our biggest concerns and why we also start what we do is because we felt there's a lot of knowledge out there for people to benchmark for our local society.
Yeah.
If many entrepreneurs share their lessons every day, you can imagine the inspiration that comes even without meeting the people and the learning that happens in the online.
I always try to put myself in their shoes, right? When I started, I had no roadmap, I had no mentors. It was pretty much trials and error. The good thing in the States, you can do, conferences. You can read books. You have access to information. You have somebody out there selling information. But here, there's nobody. I was shocked. I couldn't believe there was no African, not even African. One of these entrepreneurs sharing their journey, sharing information and all those things. So I took it upon myself to do that. I kind of like it also.
I see you're learning because one philosophy that we share is if you look at your first product and you are not ashamed of it, that means you launched too late. I watched many of the videos from the beginning. They were really just
rough, huh?
raw. Like now you're really invested in it.
They were horrible. And I kept them though.
Yes,
I kept it.
Yes.
And somebody commented on YouTube, man, you need to improve your quality. I was like, thank you.
Okay, question. Yes.
It's usually
Yes.
I would like to ask about future approach you use in marketing, especially in town, where most of people have access to the internet.
When you say marketing, what do you mean by marketing to products, marketing to, is it B2C, B2B? What kind of business is it? Because there's different type of marketing. So I need a little bit more specific so I can give you, well, I can talk about my experience marketing our product. It's about knocking on doors persistently. The problem we have in Rwanda, and especially big companies, we work a lot with telecoms, and I'm not ashamed to say that. There's a lack of innovation with the big guys. They're so used to do business a certain way, it's very difficult for them to shift their mindset. So when we came with the kiosk, because we were showing them a better kiosk, and we're not even charging them for the kiosk, right? We're telling, listen, we'll build the distribution. We just want you guys to give us the API, the connection of the services, and a discount. And all, it was a hard sell. It took me 2 years to sign an Airtel deal. 2 years. So you have 2 years to, so patience is number one. But again, you have to pivot and all those things. You have to test it. I'm a big fan of testing. I see too many young entrepreneurs, they have one way of doing business, they don't want to change that, and they think that's the way to go. You have to pivot. If it doesn't work, try something else until you find the right recipe. But if you get a no, don't take it personally. There's a very great saying, it's not right now. So I'm very patient, man. They're extremely patient. I just keep going and going back. I take 3 months off, then I go back, and I just, that's how you gotta do. Because again, when you're buying this program that this is gonna be a long-term game, 10 years, 15 years, you're not worried about the small stuff, right? You can't worry about the small stuff. It'll drive you crazy. You just gotta focus on the price, focus on the big things. And that's hard to do, man, because you gotta employees, no money coming in. You gotta hustle, man. And just to close on that, I truly believe entrepreneurship is not for everybody. I keep telling you that to people. We have a bad habit now in Africa to make this entrepreneur story cool. It's the way to go. It's the hardest thing somebody, I say it all the time on my blog. Entrepreneurship is the hardest thing you're going to be doing. So you try it, but be aware of the struggle. That's all.
There's data to back that, right?
Oh, yes.
Africa has the highest number of young people and have the taglines, they have an entrepreneur, CEO in the whole world.
People love that.
But if you double click that, you say I'm CEO of XYZ, what is the company doing? There's nothing doing now. So that's why we like people like you to keep sharing what you do. So we moved from talk-oriented kind of generation to action-oriented. So
It's okay, my question is within the same line of what actually now. Okay. The young guys, of which we have some of them here, they ask the question about why did you come back to Africa? Why? And it's in relationship with what Henri the first, I just say, about people having the name tag of CEO, people going crossing the Mediterranean just cross to Europe, just for that. So what did you carry?
So if you, the book, the title of my book is The African Dream, My Journey Back to Africa. So I talk about that aspect. Again, I left the continent thinking it was better out there than it is on the continent. That was my mindset back then. Then I get there, I get the reality check. That is actually harder. I remember, quick story, I was staying at my aunt and uncle, and every Sunday I had to cut the grass. I never cut the grass before. I was like, wow. I called my mom, I was a spoiled kid. I called my mom, and man, this is crazy. I gotta do dishes and cut grass. in Africa, you get the good life, you know? And then you deal with problems that you never deal with, you know, racism in the States, right? I was in the South, so it's a big problem. But it's the hardest country I was. And it opened my eyes. And I felt like, but, you know, I was so stubborn. What changed my mind, so I came back in 2009 in Rwanda for 3 days with my firstborn, my daughter. And I was amazed by the change. Because I left in 96. Came back in 01, but it was still, still not. But I came back in 09, high rises. So I felt like I was going to miss something.
Yep.
You know, when you see a cruise, man, looking good, man, you're like, man, I got to get on that cruise, man. And that was and from that moment, I said, I need to come back. And from 09, so it took me 3.5 years to prepare myself to come back. Because I didn't want to come back without a project, without something to do. But from that moment, I decided I was going to come back.
And talking about your book, like,
Yeah, no, go ahead.
yeah, what do people expect? What's going to be the biggest takeaway from the book? Because I'm really curious. I want to hear all of the story and the journey. And what is the first person to read?
It's going to be funny, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be funny.
Like, just tell
All
us.
the dumb stuff I used to do, man, when I was a kid. Yeah. Oh, man, I used to believe there was a shortcut to success. You know, keep doing quick rich businesses. You know, those businesses, they promise you're going to be a millionaire in 3 months. I did it all, man. Getting in trouble. I don't want to spoil it, man. It was a fun project. You know, I was the black sheep of my family, right? I was never good in school. I was a rebel all the time, always going against establishment. You know, always pumping head with my parents, especially my mom. So, looking back now, I can put a title of author. It's still weird in my brain, man. It's still weird, but it's fun, man. I enjoy the journey.
Like, if you go back to start your business all over again, what will you change?
What would I change? Which business?
The area.
You know, it's important that you go through the journey. The journey really will feed your brain with the right information to become successful. Like I said, there's no shortcut to success. I learned the hard way. If you don't go through the journey, you don't appreciate the result of that journey, right? So I like the struggle. I like all those things because it allowed me to appreciate where I come from, all the hurdle I went through. So I won't change anything. And even my bad behavior as a young kid. When I say young kid, I was like 20 plus. I talk about it. You know, really what changed my life is the birth of my daughter. I had my daughter at 24. That really changed my life. Because I couldn't mess up. You know, I had to get my act together. So that really, without her, my life would be the way it is today. So that would change it.
Awesome. So, like, we are getting to the end of the chat. Hope you guys are tweeting. Make sure you tag Startup Grind Kigali, if not, we are not going to see it. Henry, so what book recommendations will you give out to, like, what are your top 3 go-to books that you say?
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to waste your time. I don't read that much.
Okay.
But my best book I ever read was Think and Grow Rich and Unstoppable. Man, that book really touched me, man. If you think you got a problem, read this book. Because you ain't got a problem. Tools got a problem.
That makes sense. So, any more questions from there?
You mentioned a training program that you did, the corporate training program that changed your mindset about what to be an entrepreneur. Yes. Just talk about what's the takeaway?
So some part of the training was how the top 1% of the population, they all have businesses. Well, the rest are working for a paycheck. While your chance to increase your paycheck, your chance to be successful in business is much higher than becoming successful at a job. You know, another thing was I'm trying to remember. I mean, it was all this data, man. It was like I remember the training was talking about look at all the successful people. They don't have jobs, right? People say job is a risk. But actually, it's a bigger risk than starting your own business. And they were talking about starting a business, about investing in yourself. There was a bunch of stuff that they were talking about. Again, it's a mind shift because I was programmed from day one by my parents, society, and all. You go to school, you have good grades, you get a job, you work for 30 plus years, and you retire. And then you hear this, and then you hear somebody coming with data, telling you, hey, look, man, you're not going to be successful with the GOP. I remember, funny, they used to call job just overboard. That was the slogan that they had on the train. So absorbing all this information starts shifting my mindset. Because I'm very practical and I use common sense. To me it was common sense, and that's some of the things that I remember from this one.
So, what's the future of ARED? You think you are getting there fast enough?
I'm very demanding, so I'm never fast enough. I'm never satisfied with our performance, but that's just the hunger in me. And I'm highly critical of myself. That's what keeps me focused, right? I feel like if you can become complacent, you relax, and you feel like you're doing good, that's when you start messing up. The future is 20 countries in the next 10 years, and at some point, sometime later.
Nice. Yes.
What kind of partnership do you have in Rwanda that are making a difference in your company?
Different. So I would say renewable is a good partnership we have. We're actually expanding our partnership.
You said different, it's spreadsheet, right?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, when you mean spreadsheet, it's kind of different. Yeah, spreadsheet.
No. Because again, renewable is government services, digital services, but it's still a big challenge for them. And then they came on board pretty quickly. I like companies like this that understand that you have a solution that can solve their problem. Even in Uganda, we have a good partnership with World Vision. They do our training, so we operate in refugee camps also with that kiosk. Of course, we don't make any money there, but it's part of our social impact approach. At least my definition of good is directly related to the impact, not economics. No, not economics. I mean, of course, the economics partnership, the best we have is Microsoft. So Microsoft has been very supportive of our technology and give us a little bit of money. So we have some. We would like to see more. Technical is the biggest challenge. So if you post them, let's put pressure on them. So we can start next time.
Yeah, nice. Okay, yes.
Yes, you mentioned that somewhere, and I want to know if it's a source of revenue here. I want to know really the ecosystem of sharing data with researchers and advertisers and stuff. No one says it openly here, and I want to know really how that's done.
So we don't share data, right? So our platform is the Wi-Fi system is a point of distribution and collection of data. So a company pays us to do survey. So to do survey in Rwanda, you need authorization from the statistics department. So you can't just throw a survey out there. But most of those companies are already been approved. They just use our platform to collect data. And because we sell digital services, we can incentivize users, like giving them free airtime, free access to internet to fill out their survey. And because it's offline, there's no cost to the user. So it's a different model. We'll be testing what the Red Cross, all this, we'll be developing with other partners. Renewable also is interested in the platform. But I'm not sure why they don't. So we don't, you're right, data collection is very sensitive here. Actually, you need authorization from the rule for hardware, like the Wi-Fi system. So there's a lot of licensing going on. I don't think it's taboo. I mean, at least for me, I talk about what I know. So, but yeah, like any country, you have to follow the laws, right? So it's highly regulated, and you got to follow the regulations.
And is this something you want to push in the future?
Of course.
Like keep collecting data. Do you push that
so
as a model?
Again, we don't collect data for us. Companies use our platform to collect their data. So we charging them for the platform. Data collection, we still have a long way to go because monetizing data, we still not there. We do collect a lot of data on the sales that we do with digital services, but we only collect phone numbers. So I can tell you, for example, how many unique customers we served last year, how many overall, and all those things. But you're not allowed. So, for example, we're applying for a tax collection license to do taxes and like for people to come and pay taxes. So they're very specific of what you can and cannot do. So yeah, it's very, very highly regulated.
Okay, there's no other question. So what question were you expecting me to ask you that I didn't ask you?
You know, I didn't have any. I remember I emailed you, right? And I said, well, what are the questions? You didn't even reply, by the way. Huh? You didn't even reply. You didn't say anything.
Jesus, I thought I did.
Like, man.
Like Henry sent an email to say, what's gonna be the topic?
Yeah.
Tell me the topic. I'm like, there's no topic. It's just we're gonna have a chat. We're gonna make it.
No, I didn't have no expectation there.
Shit.
I just love the settings, man. I love sharing. Hopefully, I always try to give value. I know most of you guys are.
What's the biggest advice you ever got in your journey?
Oh, in my journey? Yeah, don't quit. Never quit. It's hard, painful. You can pause, but don't quit.
Okay, we'll end with that note. Don't quit. It's super hard. And I think that's going to be our
now,
man.
I'll tell you a true story.
Yeah.
I don't know which business it was, but I remember looking at myself in the mirror. I was done, right? I was in debt. You know,
How much debt?
Probably $50,000. I refinanced my house at that time. And I was embarrassed. And I looked at myself in the mirror, right? And I remember, when you go through some tough time, you get into some weird, and I start talking to myself. I'm telling you, man, stress will do that to you. And I'm being truly honest. And I start asking myself, if you quit, are you going to know if you could have been successful or not? And I remember answering to myself, no, if you quit, you guarantee you're never going to know. And that pushed me back, get back on the horse, and I kept fighting.
Amazing. This is how far we can go for today. Hope you guys picked up one point or the other. Henry is available. He's very approachable, so you can reach out to him online. And how can, apart from your Twitter and all of that, do you want to share your email to guys that want to?
It's on my Twitter. It's gs01han@gmail. But reach me at Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. I'm very quick. I reply. I can't stand people that take 2-3 hours replying to an email telling you they're busy. That kills me, man. So I always try to do 20-30 minutes top and get a few.
Amazing. So let's give it up for Henry. Thank you very much.